I would say, and you've probably noticed that a few things have been cut out of our regular service, but that's just for the summer. Regular time will come back, and regular long services will be back as well. You are welcome. Today we are continuing our series on Blessed, or the Beatitude, and today is Blessed are the meek. Some translation will say, Blessed are the gentle. And in my opinion, the Beatitudes are the teachings that are the most, or the most misunderstood. And so today is our third in our series, and there's going to be 8 altogether. So today, and again, I remind yourself that we will be reading the scriptures together, and it's on the cover of your bulletin. So here is a community where your questions are welcome, where your wounds are respected, your desire for justice matters, and where your life can be held with care. If you come needing a reset, carrying worries, or simply needing to breathe, as I was told earlier, you're in the right place, because the Spirit is meeting us today as we are. For this hour, let's set down all of our worries, our stress, our assumptions, just for an hour. May this time today ground us, strengthen us, inspire us, and give us strength for the days ahead. And I will give the microphone to our worship leader for today, Bill.
Thanks, Marco. Good morning. My name is Bill Fisher, and I'll be your worship leader this morning. So I'd like to welcome you to this inclusive and affirming community of faith. As we gather today, we trust that God's Spirit is already among us, breathing peace into our hearts and meeting each of us exactly where we are. If the week has put shadows on your heart, you don't have to pretend here. God receives the truth that we carry. As we worship, may bitterness loosen, compassion grow, and may the Spirit heal and guide us so we leave more ready to love. How many people still need a bulletin? Can you raise your hand? Wow. Oh, you have to share your bulletins. So now, does everyone have a bulletin they can share with? Good. Thanks, Barb. If you are new with us today or visiting from away, please know you are among friends. If it feels comfortable, you're invited to stand and share your name and perhaps where you're from. And if you would rather remain quietly among us, that's also honored and welcome too. Do we have some visitors here today? Yes.
I'll stand up. Hello, I'm Donna. I attend at Sunnybrook United in Red Deer. And I arrived early this morning, and Faye saw me singing the song by anthem from the back of the room and said, "Get on up here, right, Faye?" I'm singing the choir.
And I will add, I know that lady already. We journeyed together for 5 years when I was in Lacombe. She was a congregant in Lacombe, and shared a lot together. So, and she was here last week, and you made my 5 minutes. No, you made my day.
I couldn't stay last week, so I came back to Canmore this weekend to come to church.
You better.
Well, thanks, Donna, and we welcome you into the choir. Maybe we can just, you'll have to stay.
Yeah, you put your finger in there.
If you wish, there's a guest book you're welcome to sign. And if you'd like to receive our newsletter, you'll find a QR code in the bulletin, or there's a small form that is in the pews that you can also fill out and leave with us. For those who choose to give through offerings, you may write your name and address on a giving envelope if you'd like to get a tax receipt. And you'll also find a QR code and e-transfer information in the bulletin. And there's a green vase at the narthex and also one outside here where you can leave an offering. However you give, whether it's financially, through service, through prayer, through kindness, thank you for being a part of this community's life and care. And there are more details about upcoming activities and gatherings in the last pages of your bulletin, and you're warmly invited to take a look at those and to join us as you are able. And as we gather in the sacred time of worship, we hope to leave room for stillness, for prayer, for song, and the voice of God speaking among us. Because of that, we ask that any announcements shared this morning be kept short and focused. And if an announcement can wait, we invite you to send it to the church office during the week, and it will be placed in the bulletin and in the newsletter accordingly. If you have an announcement that truly needs to be shared right now, please come into the front now so that you can present that. And we ask that you come up here so that folks that are online and people here in the sanctuary can hear you. So, any announcements to make this morning? Okay. Well, there is a meeting, yes.
You have to announce the meeting.
I have to announce the meeting. Oh, thank you, Ian, the former chair. Yes, so there's a congregational meeting right after worship, and we'll have 2 items to discuss there. And I'd ask for all of you, or as many of you as you can, to stay. You'll still get goodies and treats after that short meeting. So it's at your own peril to extend that, okay? So may this time together be a space of grace and welcome, where weary hearts find rest, where hopeful hearts find strength, and where each of us is gently encouraged to live with love, courage, and compassion. And now I'll just mention our affirming statement and the Treaty 7 land acknowledgement. Here we walk together as a diverse and affirming community. Whatever your identity, your love, your culture, or your faith story, you are welcomed without condition. Your voice and your uniqueness enrich who we are and who we are becoming. As followers of Jesus, we begin by telling the truth about where we are and whose stories this land holds. We gather today in these mountains where Indigenous peoples have been living and traveling through for over 10,000 years. We acknowledge the Secwepemc and Ktunaxa peoples to the west, the Mountain Cree to the north, and the Treaty 7 Indigenous peoples, the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Goodstoney bands of the Yaadhe Nakota First Nation, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Kainai, Piikani, and Siksika First Nations. This territory is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3, within the historical Northwest Métis homeland. This acknowledgement is not about guilt, shame, or self-blame. It is about opening our eyes to what has been broken through colonization and Christian complicity, and allowing the gospel to call us toward healing. As we name this place and its peoples, we ask God to shape us into neighbors who walk alongside our First Nation siblings with respect, humility, and a deep desire for justice and reconciliation. And let us remember that we are all treaty people.
Let us pray. Holy Presence, gather us into your love and quiet the voices of fear, anger, and pride within us. Teach us the courage of gentleness, the strength to confront injustice, and the wisdom to seek peace without avoiding truth. Shape us into people whose power is governed by compassion, whose words bring healing, and whose lives reflect your justice. May our worship open us to your renewing spirit and lead us more deeply into the way of Jesus. Amen. And now let us all say together in one voice the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Let us sing together in Voices United. For those who are not familiar, it's the big red in front of you at number 352. If you would rather, the words will be on the overhead. So let us sing together. I dance in the morning. Oftentimes over here, and when you guys sing, you are on another level. I tell you, your voices are so, because if someone is sitting in the back, you don't hear it the same way. So I feel very blessed just for that. Wanted to share with you. Let us all take our bulletin, and we'll be reading all the words that are in red. There's one that is hidden, but it's the earth. So let us all say together, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. This ends our reading for today. May God give us the wisdom to apply these words into our lives. You may not know this, but I do practice my sermons out loud in my apartment. So my fridge and my stove are now really good Christians. They have such a serene life, it's unbelievable. The microwave, though, needs a little blessing. So we're continuing our series on the Beatitude, and today is verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Other translation would say, blessed are the gentle, and there's other ways of saying it. Meek is not as used in our regular language, but we'll get to it today. A little quiz to all of you. 2 people have been called meek in the Bible. Who are they? Two people. One is almost a given. Jesus is one of them, that's right. You win. Who's the other one? No, Moses. He doesn't strike me as being all that meek. That is the point. That is the point. Because today, thank you, Bill. Because today we'll see what meekness is. So I have prepared little images for us today. So when we hear the word meek, I'm hearing Alan in the back. Uh-oh. Next. We'll go that way. We'll make it work. So when we hear the word meek, we may imagine someone who's quiet, timid, compliant, or unwilling to stand up for themselves, let alone for others. We think that is someone that basically is a pushover or a doormat. And we're like, oh, that person is meek. But that's not what meek means, at least not in the Bible. We think of a person who avoids conflict, never raises difficult questions, or allows stronger personalities to make all the decisions. But that is not the meekness that Jesus blesses. That is not the meekness that is at hand in front of us. Meekness doesn't mean weakness. Can you repeat that? Meekness doesn't mean weakness. I feel like a teacher today. So meekness doesn't mean weakness. It does not mean fearlessness, passivity, fearfulness, passivity, emotional suppression, or silent acceptance of mistreatment. It does not mean obeying abusive authority or keeping everyone comfortable when something harmful is happening. In Jesus' world, and also like the second half is also important, they will inherit the land or the earth. And it's kind of confusing. I don't know about you, but it can be confusing. What does that mean? And we think that the Beatitudes are for an afterlife, an after we die kind of situation, but rather they're meant for the present. So inherit the earth. Jesus says that these people, the grounded, the gentle, the humble, who refuse to imitate violence around them, will inherit the land or the earth. It's important to understand that in Jesus' world, land was not simply property. Land meant livelihood. It meant food. It meant a home, a family, an identity, a security, a belonging, a cultural belonging. Nowadays we think, oh, the land where my house is. But if we think about it, it's more than just the house we live in. It's the friends we invite. It's the memories we build. It is where we belong. It's where we feel secure. And hearing the land means that wholeness, that togetherness, not forever after, but here in the now. And it will make sense as we go on into our service today. Our sermon today. I told you I did not practice my sermon as much as I wish. Land and dignity were frequently taken by the wealthy and the violent. And we've seen that with First Nation. We're just going to take your land because we can. So then, the powerful landowners accumulated more, while families living near poverty could lose everything through debt, taxation, illness, and crop failure. I was talking with Jan this morning. Where are you? She's right there. I was talking with Jan this morning, and we're talking that we are happy that we're grateful that we were raised in the country on a farm. But it also comes at a cost. Hail, too much rain or not enough rain, all of this depends, will make our livelihood prosperous or not. And bring taxation on that, that's where land comes from. I'm digressing. Anywho, are you following so far? Okay, good. I still have your attention.
It must be us, because the fridge got it.
What did you say?
It must be us, because the fridge got it.
So the earth, it's important to understand that the earth belongs to God. It is not a trophy for the strongest. It is an inheritance, a gift received within a relationship. The future belongs to those who know how to receive creation without conquering it, use authority without controlling others. That is meekness. Using authority without controlling others, and build community without pushing the vulnerable aside. The meek are not people who lack power. They are people who refuse to use power to crush, humiliate, manipulate, and control others. That's what the meek are. A translation says, it's power under control. We often talk about being privileged, and some people get their knickers in a knot. Knickers is shoes, right?
No.
Oh. It's like leggings, right? Okay. We're having fun. We're having fun. Church is fun. Anywho, people have problems sometimes with privilege. I'm not privileged. Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Was your land taken by force? Were your children taken away? Well, you have privilege. And it's not about the privilege we have, it's how we use it. So I can say, I'll give myself as an example, I can say, well, I'm French Canadian and I'm a gay man. That doesn't help me and that use and abuse their power and their privilege. And in that matter, they were you avoid conflict. You're not peaceful. You avoid conflict. Because you see, silence may look peaceful, but